Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to PyroFalkon's Let's Play Extravaganza, where today we are playing Cinders. It's an interactive fiction game that you can pick up from the developers through the link in the video description. When we last left off, Carmosa, the evil stepmother, had just returned home and is now talking to each one of us sisters privately, separately. Not sure what she wanted, but Sophia was the first one to go speak to her, and now she's back, so hopefully we can now find out what all the hullabaloo is. I just used the word hullabaloo. I'm firing myself. You're back. That was fast. Aren't you happy to see me? I'm fine. Sorry to disappoint you, girls. What? So what was the talk about? You'll find out soon enough. It's your turn, and I wouldn't want to keep Mother waiting if I were you. Whose turn? Oh, Gloria's turn. All right, I'm off. Wish me luck. You might need it, so good luck, sister. What? Good luck. Was that supposed to be pleasant conversation? So, are you properly nervous yet? You know the experience will not be a pleasant one. Do you always have to do this? After all this time, I'd be an idiot to fall for these games of yours. Precisely why I keep them up. Just stop, please. I'm not going to indulge your weird need to quarrel and provoke someone until they offend or humiliate you. Oh yes, I forgot you know everything about me. And how wise of you not to indulge me in a conversation. I sure would like to see you try the same with Carmosa in a minute. And to think Gloria defended and spoke well of you just a second ago. She almost got me to believe in you. You shouldn't always believe what you hear. And you should hope Carmosa doesn't always believe either, because Gloria should be speaking about you right now. I wonder what Gloria will tell. Aren't you worried? I'm not sure. She seemed alright when we talked. Maybe a bit unsettled. I know my sister. She doesn't show emotion until Mother orders her to do it. But on the inside, she was raging. I think she might spill some of that into Mother's ears. The hell with that. These past few days reminded me of what freedom felt like. It was worth whatever punishment Carmosa might throw at me. You've either lost your mind or forgotten what Mother is capable of. Nothing is worth what she'll come up with to make you regret your actions. We'll just have to wait and see, won't we? You're back. How was it? What do you mean? Well, was it, I don't know, unpleasant? Of course not. Why would it be? It was just a normal conversation. Normal for you, perhaps. Come on, Gloria. I can tell it wasn't that smooth. Stop being nosy and start asking proper questions. Did Carmosa tell you about her plans? In fact, she did. Oh, of course she did. You earned that special little place on her lap. Sophia, please. Shush now, Cinders. So what do you think of Mother's latest great plot? You wouldn't think she had learned not to expect the impossible of us, or anything big, really. And maybe it's time to live up to her expectations? You are a grown-up now, Sophia. It's time for you to work on managing your responsibilities. You're hopeless and stupid. Some of us are not simply built for greatness. If only you focused on doing something useful half as often as you do sharpening that vicious tongue. You must speak plainly. I'm too stupid to understand complex sentences. I love Sophia. So what are Carmosa's plans exactly? Oh, I'm sure she'll explain everything in a moment. Now hurry, don't keep her waiting. You know how angry she gets when someone's late. Oh yes, I feel like this is going to be quite an adventure. And I'm about to enter the beast's lair. Yeah, just looking at her makes me scared. You called me? Yes, I did. Come in and close the door. I'd like you to explain something to me. I have learnt some very disturbing things about what has been happening here while I was gone. Apparently you discovered a new pastime, wandering around like some commoner, visiting who knows whom, going who knows where. While my daughters take care of our home on my behalf, you are having long walks. This isn't simply improper. It's also selfish and irresponsible. I wasn't doing anything wrong, and frankly, it's a bit insulting to hear that from my own sisters would speak of me in that way. Nothing bad happened. I'm back, am I not? I just wanted some Well, freedom, that's all. Freedom? What nonsense. No, girl, freedom has nothing to do with this. This is selfishness. Plain and simple. And why do you need to make up such absurd excuses? Why can't you, for once, admit that you acted irresponsibly? Why not say, I am not the only person in the world, and perhaps add something like, I'm sorry, too? Believe me, that would be a nice touch. Well, maybe my behavior is so imperfect because I don't have a good role model? Ooh. Enough! I have no time for childish quarrels with insolent brats. We have an important matter to discuss. It has to do with my plans for our family. 2 days from now, a grand ball will be taking place in the royal palace. Any royal business is very important, of course, but this particular ball will be important even for His Royal Highness. It means very careful preparations. The Royal Masquerade, I might have heard about it, yes. Oh, you have? This is very surprising indeed. Is it? Recently, I've learned that it isn't that difficult to obtain sensitive information. One simply has to pay attention to what is going on around them, watch carefully who is meeting with whom, especially when it comes to a certain shady-looking characters fetching rumors like a trained hound. Really? Well done, then. Perhaps you are not as thick as I thought. Let's hope that you'll forge this little success in collecting information into a permanent quality, a quality which I'm sure you'll find useful in life. Being well informed surely beats being kept in the dark. Ain't that the fucking truth? Folks say that truth shines like light and ignorance is the darkest night. What? Oh, God. Folks say that truth shines like light and ignorance is the darkest night. Ugh. Ugh. It's a fitting comparison. After all, night is the time of fear, vulnerability, and powerlessness. I learned quite a few things these days. I feel much safer and more powerful already. What matters here is that the ball is very near, and that there is little time left. It means that I will be expecting our entire family, and I do mean all of us, to give their best. By which I mean complete obedience. No questions, no dramas, no nonsense. This is much too important an event to be spoilt in such a silly way. Very well. What is my part in this plan, then? Will I be going to the ball as well? Member of our family that I am? Don't be absurd. Royal affairs aren't your arena. I see. Then what is my arena, ma'am? Why, the house, of course. If everything goes smoothly, the ball should mark the point of our family coming back into high society. And that means one thing. Guests. We will need combined effort to make the residence spotless, but your role in this will be crucial. I see, my lady. Would you also like me to hide in the wardrobe or pretend I'm a statue when the guests come? Or maybe being a statue would pose too much of a competition for your charming and intelligent daughters. Burn. I understand your anger and your reasons, but now you must understand mine. I put much time and effort into creating this opportunity for my daughters. I will not let them be upstaged by anyone. You may play all sanctimonious with me now, but either now or in 10 years you'll understand my perspective, and you will agree with my decision. Also, I don't see a single reason to yield to your complaints, if all I get from you is recklessness and childish moods. Start supporting the family, and maybe the family will do the same for you. You like to refer to all of us as family, but only if it means I have to do something. Don't get melodramatic, girl. You sound like a bad novel. Even if I wanted to, I wouldn't be able to prepare 3 young ladies for the ball organized by the future king. Do you have any idea how much a decent dress costs these days? No, of course you don't. Should I mention that I know about the money problem? No, I would not mention the money problem. Honestly, when we were just having this conversation with Lady Carmosa, the money problem didn't even occur to me. I forgot about it. So since that would be my first instinct to ignore it, I will mention it. Yes, apparently a big house and an inherited title don't make anyone rich, do they? And when in need, even the most proud and snobbish get desperate enough to trade away heirlooms. What are you saying, girl? That useless misfit couldn't keep his mouth shut, now could he? It's fairly easy to get information once you know for sure it's there. It's just a matter of perseverance. Bold words from one so young. One could think great spy masters should begin asking you for counsel. Most fortunate for me to have such a treasure under my roof, and so humble too. But collecting rumors, even the juicy ones, isn't enough. Great spies need to know how to use them as leverage. Do you? And what would you say if I told you that I found a way to solve our money problems? Did you? You had now? Well, that's very improbable. Your touch with reality is laughable. Do you even know where the money I buy your food with comes from? Save your skepticism for later. What if I had found a way and you are making a huge mistake? Are you really willing to take a chance? Well, assuming that you did indeed suddenly grow a backbone and realized how the real world works, assuming that I won't keep you locked in your room to prevent you from repeating those charming escapades of yours, it would be very impressive to learn you thought... It would be very impressive to learn you thought... It would be very impressive to learn what you thought about our money problems and actually came up with some solution. Very impressive? This tells me nothing. I can easily imagine your favor coming and going with the wind. I want to know if solving your problems for you would make me your equal. You know how to be bold, girl. I give you that. But you still lack realism. Stop fantasizing. You are making... However, if you want to try something on your own, if you want to prove that you can be useful, or even just to fuel your ego, I won't stop you. Who knows? You might even learn something about life. Those are dangerous wishes you are thinking, ma'am. Now, girl. You're much too smart to speak to me like this. By the heavens, I swear you were sent to me to make me suffer every time I compare you to your sisters. Enough of this idle chatter. We have a very important task ahead of us and little time left. Since you're thinking so highly of yourself and your skills, why don't you show us your pragmatic side and start cleaning the house and helping with the preparations? That's it. Do you really believe that is all I can be good at? Demons! Snap out of that constant demons! Snap out of that constant daydreaming, girl, and start paying attention. Do you think that even if you were the lady of the house, you wouldn't need help to clean it? Wait, you wouldn't need to keep it clean? Are you really selfish enough to believe that? Besides, the terrible burden of dusting and doing the dishes is minuscule in comparison with my responsibilities. Be grateful for having such a simple life. Oh yes, very great. Shush! Not a word. Get the girls together and call the servants. Wait for me in the hall. I will bring you your orders in a moment. Whew. Several hours later. Why are they down on their knees? Maybe because they're cleaning? Finally, it's so clean you could positively dine from it. Oh, okay, yes, they were on their knees. That was weird. For a second I thought the art glitched or something. I'm tired, but it's still better than washing all those dishes was. I hate doing dishes. I feel you there, Cinders. That's my least favorite chore. She's been back for a little more than 1 hour, and here we are, scrubbing the floor on all fours. Cleaning the windows. Polishing silverware. Twice. And dusting. Dusting everything! And did I mention doing the dishes? You might have. I hate that. Do you know what I hate? I hate that I am here with my dear, charming, and wise beyond her age wonder of a sister as upstairs. Oh, Weil. Oh, my bad. Playing the little princess she will never be and trying on that ridiculous dress Carmosa bought her. First of all, you never saw that dress, and second, who knows, maybe the prince will fall in love with her and you'll end up being the queen's sister. I doubt even that amount of noble blood can make a person dense enough to fall for Gloria. Okay, I get it. Although, maybe if she kept silent? Ha! You're terrible. Besides, for all we know, the prince could be denser than lead. Also, I didn't know you cared about balls and dresses. Compared to this, I think I prefer the Royal Circus. Ah! What are you two blabbering about this time? Wondering why the hall isn't sparkling yet? Yes, Cinders and Sophia, you are right to have those expressions. Anyway, we will deal with Lady Carmosa in the next episode of the show. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow for another one.